a September stock market collapse, most of us had expected to see the surprises that September would bring, and it seems like the stock market crash could be one of them. Even the most ardent market optimists admitted that the absurd bubble that developed over the summer was completely unsustainable, and that the only real debate was over when it finally burst. So this is it? Stock prices have certainly dropped significantly over the past few trading sessions, but it is always possible to stabilize for a period of time. But whether it's September, October, November, December, or next year, the truth is that everyone knows an accident is coming. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped another 632 points on Tuesday, but that was not the real story. Much more notable is that the Nasdaq has dropped another 4.1%, which means it has dropped more than 10% overall since it set a brand new record last week. Just twice since 2001, the Nasdaq has dropped faster in 3 trading sessions. The index is now officially in the correction zone, and the losses are staggering. Specifically, the 6 largest technology shares collectively lost more than $1 trillion in value over this 3-day period. The 6 biggest tech stocks have lost more than $1 trillion over the last 3 days alone, but it's really just a dent coming off a huge rally that peaked last week. Apple, which hit a $2 trillion market cap on August 19, is down about $325 billion in that time period. Microsoft's down $219 billion. Amazon fell $191 billion. Alphabet crattered by $135 billion. And Tesla, which fell 21% on Tuesday to mark its worst single-day loss in its history, is down $109 billion in the last 3 days. Finally, Facebook is off by $89 billion. $1 trillion is a serious amount. If you started spending $1 million every day when Jesus was born, you wouldn't have spent $1 trillion by now. So we are talking about a huge amount of money that is almost unimaginable. Apple has the largest market cap of any of the tech giants, with a total drop of over 14% in the past 3 trading days. This is the worst 3-day period for Apple since October 2008. But if you want to see a real disaster, take a look at what happened to Tesla's stock price. Remember what I said a few days ago, that if it fell 90%, it would still be overvalued. After Tuesday, we only have 69% more to do before this happens. Tesla shares closed down 21.06%, making it the worst one-day loss on record. Tuesday's drop brought the company's market valuation to $307.7 billion. The stock has been on a tear this year, having risen around 300%, and the company is now worth more than some of the world's largest automakers, including Toyota and Volkswagen. It was widely assumed that Tesla would be added to the S&P 500 on Friday, and when that didn't happen, it was a huge disappointment for investors. But while S&P indexes announced late Friday that it was adding Etsy, an online marketplace for crafters, Teradyne, a company specializing in industrial automation and robotics, and Catalent, which develops pharmaceuticals, to the index, the absence of Tesla was a big disappointment for investors, prompting the sell-off. But even greater disappointment for Tesla investors will arise when the public finally realizes that a company that sold less than 100,000 vehicles and actually lost $862 million last year is not worth $307 billion. I understand that people love making money by selling Tesla shares, but for me, the whole company is a giant mirage that will eventually collapse magnificently. As for the entire market, I'm not yet very excited about this current downturn. When CNBC asked Christina Hooper what we saw, she simply described it as a period of healthy consolidation after a traumatic course. Some are suggesting this is the start of another dramatic sell-off, similar to the spring of 2000 when the tech bubble burst. I highly doubt that, Christina Hooper, Invesco chief global market strategist, said in an email to CNBC. I think of this route not so much as a correction, but as a digestion, given that the Nasdaq Composite rose more than 60% from its March bottom in the course of less than 6 months. All in all, I think this is a healthy period of consolidation after a dramatic run-up. Yes, it is still entirely possible that this will turn into a huge collapse everyone has been waiting for. However, I think I will wait until the Dow drops below 25,000 before I start hyperventilation. Of course, I'm one of those who are completely convinced that a stock market crash will definitely come at some point. At this moment in history, stock prices were ridiculously overvalued. In 1990, the total value of all US stocks was around 60% of US GDP, and these days this number is hovering around 200%. In his 2007 memoir, former Federal Reserve Chair Alan Greenspan wrote, referring to late 1996, that America was turning into a shareholders' nation. He noted that the total value of US stock holdings had risen from 60% of gross domestic product in 1990 to 120% of GDP by 1996, a ratio topped only by Japan at the height of its 1980s bubble. In Japan, that ratio had jumped to 140% by the end of 1989, according to the World Bank. The ratio of market capitalization to GDP in the US in 2000, to the amazement of Mr. Greenspan, would go on to reach that same level. Today, the market capitalization to GDP ratio in the United States is just shy of 200%. The S&P 500 companies alone are worth about $30 trillion or 150% of GDP. So this seems to imply that stock prices may eventually fall by more than 2/3, but I believe they will be much lower than that in the long run. We will see what happens in the short term. 10 of the 20 worst single-day drops in stock market history occurred in September and October, and it wouldn't surprise me to see some big ripples in the coming weeks. But for the really big crash to occur, it will probably take some kind of trigger event. This trigger event may be tomorrow or not occur for quite a long time, but undoubtedly the market is perfectly prepared for a major disaster, and it certainly won't take much time to go beyond the borders. Most of the idea, comment, information, and criticism containing in these videos have been created by Daily News Report. Before making any important investment decision, use the information contained in these videos as a starting point for conducting your own research. If you make any investment or legal decision, it is advised to consult an expert before making this decision.